Hi, this is Shanda Sturk here. I guess I'm just going to start all over again. I froze and then it just disappeared altogether. So, it's very hot here. I don't know if that has anything to do. Maybe the internet wires are melting. It's over 40 degrees it was today. It must be getting cooler now. Anyway, sorry Kathleen and Shirley you were watching and then I've just disappeared. So I'm just going to start again. So I thought I would show once a month we have a team meeting. Angela McKay is my team leader, and she sends us designs which we put together. And this design came this month, and I don't have, this is a designer series paper from the Peach Suite, which is in the new catalog, and I didn't have that, but you can always make things when you don't have the stamp set she sends out. But I thought this design was a great design for making lots of different cards. And I didn't totally put this together because I wanted you to see. So here are the measurements here, and this piece of DSP is 1 3/4 by 4. So, and it just sits on top, and this piece on a basic white card is 4 by 5 1/4. So then this just sits on top. So you could use any color and any DSP to make these cards. And at the very end, I'm going to show you one where I didn't even use DSP because my customers, many, well, I think all of us have a hard time. I always used to have a hard time designing my own cards. But once you have a design, and this can just be used for everything. So there's a piece on there that's 5 1/4 by 4, DSP that's 1 3/4 by 4, and then this is 4 1/4 this way, 3 1/4 this way, and the DSP is 3 inches by 4 inches. And doesn't that just make a lovely card? Now these flowers must come with the Peach Suite. I didn't have them. And then a piece of twine with a little bow. So that's really cute. So the next card I made, I thought maybe I wanted to cool off, so I was thinking maybe Christmas, but I just got this DSP, so I wanted to show you that any DSP can be used to make this card. So I've got the piece there, and then instead of using white, oh, and see, and there's the inside. Instead of using white, I've used Evening Evergreen, and then this is Sahara Sand for your 4 by 5 1/4, and I've embossed it with the Artistic Impressions, I think it is. And then the Cherry Cobbler is the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then this is your 3 by 4 inch. And then I just stamped a couple things. So this is a new Christmas stamp set. It's in the regular catalog, and I just loved the paper. Anyway, and one of my teammates demonstrated this, and I had just gotten it, so I thought, oh, I'm going to use that today. So here's another card made with that same design. And then, now, this is where I was when the last video cut out. So I'm sorry you can't see the pieces I've put there. When you have a 6 by 6 inch of DSP, and maybe I'll just grab another piece of DSP. So you've got 6 by 6. So you need a 3 inch piece, so you just cut this in half. 3 inches, and then you've got this 3 inch piece, and you've got this 3 inch by 4, which leaves you a 2 inch piece underneath. What I did with that 2 inch piece was tie the twine on there, and then I cut it in half and just slid it under here. And then I put it here, and I put a line there and a line there, so when I glued it down, it was exactly even. Okay, so here's this piece. So now we can keep going to make this card. So we'll just put this down and I just love this paper, soft, succulent. I think in Pale Papaya are my new favorite in colors. So we'll just put that down, and then really all you have to do is figure out how you're going to design on top. So this is a sentiment out of the Many Messages set. And you see, she just has a piece of DSP. Some DSP you don't really need to add too much to. and a couple of little flowers. Here I add a couple of stockings and a sentiment. So here I thought what might be kind of pretty on this color was I stamped the stocking. You get two different designs in this Christmas set. I stamped this one in Versamark, and used my heat gun in my room today. My house is so hot. Anyway, then I just decided that I would do this, and maybe I'd put them all across like that. And then I stamped, now this is retired and there isn't anything, I don't think, like it in the catalog, but it's white glimmer paper. And I stamped just the top of the stocking on there. And then I cut it out because I thought this would look real cool. Now, if you're doing this at home, cut liberally. I cut right around these lines. You need to cut liberally around them so that they're a little bit bigger. But I thought this would just look neat and give a bit of sparkle, and those stockings look so pretty. So I won't glue that on. And then I stamped the same greeting as on this one, and that goes there. So see, there you have it, two cards, a little bit different. I didn't feel this one needed a second piece. You could design with a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece on there, but I didn't do it. So there's two cards. Then I thought, well, I have some people who don't buy too much DSP, and if you don't have DSP at home, well, I thought I'd show you a card with no DSP, how you can make the same card. Now, if I hadn't lost all the people who are watching in the last video, unfortunately, I was going to get some opinions here. Okay, so I am trying to learn to use pumpkin pie, because I don't use pumpkin pie a lot, but I thought, okay, I pulled out some pumpkin pie. Then I thought, okay, white, 4 by 5 1/4, put through the artistic impressions again. Now, then what I couldn't decide, so here's your 1 inch, well, no, it's 1 3/4 by 4 inch, and that just sits across there. Okay, and then now, I thought if I used more orange, I thought that was too much orange, so I was going to ask opinions on whether maybe pale papaya would be better. And then your white piece on top. See, there I've used no DSP, but all you need is a color of cardstock, a color for your 1 3/4 by 4, and then some colors I think would be okay to keep going with like a subtle color like yellow or something like that. But I just thought that was too much orange, and pale papaya goes nicely with pumpkin pie. So that's what I was going to stick with. And then we're just going to stamp a couple of little peach ice creams. So really, once you get this far, all you need now is a sentiment and something to decorate. You could use flowers. If you have a Cricut, you could cut out all kinds of things to put on here. Okay, so we'll just stamp a couple of peach ice creams. It is so hot here, the ink isn't drying right away, so I have to give it a kind of a second. So maybe while we're letting that dry, I will put this thank you. I thought I would make this into a thank you card. You would think this ice cream would make you cooler, but oh my goodness, it's not. And I think I'm going to do that in soft suede. So I always stamp, when I'm using a photopolymer stamp, I always do it on the silicone mats because it gives it just enough. So I'm just going to stamp this on the bottom. There we go. And then this should be enough time. Now we'll just close this. Be enough time, and we'll just cut these. Oh no, that should be okay. So you just slip that in there. Apparently my brother went shopping today and it's so hot here. The store had sold out of ice cream and he only managed, he wanted ice cream and I only managed to get one thing. I didn't feel too sorry for him though, because he came downstairs, he was washing his bedding, and he came in here and it's almost as hot in here as it is outside. And he came in with this blanket right out of the dryer and he says, "Here," he says, "this will help you cool off. A nice hot blanket. Just wrap yourself in it," he says. Right. What are brothers for? Okay, so then we're just going to put this here. We're going to put this here. See, pretty simple card. And then it just needs to be put together. I might include a couple of rhinestones on there, but I'm going to wait till it cools off with the adhesive. It's getting a little bit, and the sun is now shining in the back part of the house. So anyway, so here you go. 4 different cards. Oh, I have to glue that on there. 4 different cards, same design, but aren't they lovely? And I hope you will take this design, no matter what you've got at home, whether you've got paper or you don't have any designer paper, you can make a card with whatever you've got at home. Okay, well, thanks very much, and sorry for that. Every once in a while, my video, not only did it freeze, but it knocked me off the internet, so I had to start again. Okay, I hope you get some good ideas from this design and try this at home. Okie doke. Bye.